Hello. Okay, so let's finish the star that I've been doing, and then we'll move on to the next world or location. Wait, what? Did I pick it up? Maybe it's fine, actually. I do have 1 star. Yeah, maybe it's fine. Still bugs me not having that other star. And that statue was showing this way, slightly to the right, but might as well be in that place. I have to thought about the situation where player misses. Oh boy. One of the locations, right? Oh, what is this? Is there fall damage? Still haven't seen that sprite, even from that high up. What the hell? Can I reset this? Well, what I've learned is that the statue does point at the current location, so it does help a bit, but not much. They said photo mode might help. Oh. So I can like travel freely? No. I can pick a different character pose. That's funny. It's pretty cool photo mode. Oh, there it is. God damn it. Yeah. I can't lose this. Can't believe how far I went to find it. Good. So do you get the star?
Return to the past, but the future can redeem all that has happened.
Do you get a star if you don't pick it up? Anyway, I don't remember picking it up from the Sphinx. So I could travel to a specific puzzle. Can you?
You're on your way to an island. Yes, another island. Sorry, Melville. Well, it actually used to be a valley between the mountains, but it's mostly flooded now. That probably happened long before the founder came here, though.
Another legacy of our ancestors.
Do me a favor, will you? Look for another one of the Founder's labs. We can't get back into the megastructure without getting to the third site in the north, but I need more information to make more fixes.
Somebody really loves towers. Alright, another map. Three locations. Here, here, and here. Where am I? Where I'm supposed to be about here? somewhere in this grove. Or does it mark the puzzles? Oh, is that a new thing? Had something to do with gravity? Discharge. Is it temporary? How am I supposed to do this? Can it hold two colors? No. So it acts like a source. Is there any other two? How am I going to carry it inside without the door closing? What is this? Oh. Yeah. Need to pick up the pace. That was
In the beginning,
easy.
before we built New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward. It was a hard time, but I can't deny that it was also exciting. I think it's part of our nature to be wanderers. Our ancestors crossed entire oceans on flimsy wooden boats, just to see what else there was.
Is it weird to feel nostalgic for a time I never experienced? I just think I could have contributed so much more back then.
It's not weird, but it wasn't all sunshine. People died. Yemo, Calvin, Isaac.
I know, Al. They were family to me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
It's a legitimate point, but I don't think it invalidates the sense of wonder we felt. That's what kept us going.
Wait, can I... If I absorb the green... will that actually help? Yeah. Okay. I guess I thought I was in a different place. Yeah, actually I was here. Now I'm here. There's something on social media. Thread title says it all. We should re-domesticate dogs. Our ancestors loved dogs so much. They insisted they were amazing companions, full of life and love, man's best friend, and the lives they lived with humans must have been infinitely better than in the wild. So why not bring them back? Did you know that the poet Lord Byron wrote a beautiful poem about his dog, Boatswain? He said he had beauty without vanity, strength without insolence, courage without ferocity, and all the virtues of man without his vices. Is that who our Byron named himself after? No, he named himself for Robert Byron, the travel writer. That's great, but what about my idea? Do they need pets? It's a good question. Is it good for these animals to be pets? Are we intervening too much in nature? We should breed them back, except pugs. The ability to breathe does seem like an important feature in an animal. Isn't that the perfect demonstration of how perversive it is to manipulate nature like that? Yeah, that's why we can choose not to do it badly. It's not like pugs are the only possible outcome. We have choices. I would love to have a dog. We would go on walks together and it would be excited about every new smell, and we would play fetch. It sounds magical to me. Personally, wouldn't care about pets. Even though I have a pet, but it was kind of forced gift. I get it. It's nice to have some creature to care about and take care of and who loves you unconditionally, but I don't know. It's just not really. I don't really have that much need for it. It's extra distraction from other things you could be doing. Source? The sauce? The hell? What fuck? Yeah, that doesn't help. How am I going to get the blue? It's behind the fence. Is it going to be enough? And I can't even turn these things off. Should I like drop it somewhere and then pick it up? Yeah, I don't know if I could do it precisely. And there's that, which can't open. Only I could like turn it off for a bit and then set up a what's this thing called, accumulator on top of the cube, and then maybe it will have enough time to charge during flight. But I'm not sure how to do that with already working vents. Oh, I think I got it. Something new.
There's so much history here that we can't see. The founder must have walked these paths hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Miranda must have stood right where we're standing. This all looks alien to us, but it must have been familiar to them.
If this was their home, where are they now?
They must be inside the megastructure, waiting for us to pass the test. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Does it? Does it make sense? Okay, I guess this is it. And then one on the island in front and one way back. Can I even get there though? There's ice, but I'm not sure I'm supposed to jump on it. I guess it's after we build a bridge and maybe there is more shallow waters in between that island and the main tower. So north is snow. I wonder if south is gonna be like a desert area. Another Prometheus. So one time it was close to the timer. What's up with those? Is there any way to tell where the sprite is? Oh wait, yeah. You can point at it. Anchor. This way. So it's kind of northwest from that statue, at least.
One of the most foolish illusions that commonly persist is that nature is a victim and humanity is a perpetrator. This can only be the opinion of someone who has not witnessed nature at first hand, who has not seen its immense and awe-inspiring baseness. Nature is mindless chaos and eternal conflict. A system of predation and consumption whose perfect cruelty can only induce a terrified and unwilling admiration. Nature is our most powerful and least honorable enemy. A beast that consumed every last one of our ancestors and will consume us just as quickly if we are not successful in our struggle with it.
True, nature is chaos. His voice acting reminds me of Victor from the Arcane. I wonder if there is any similar, like if it's the same one, probably not. Harry Lloyd from Arcane. Leaf God damn it. What was his name? Lift Rasir. David Allen. Okay, it's different guys. Oh wait. There we go. Okay, how am I supposed to get the red? Where is it even? Well, that's a problem. I guess from here works. Get it. think I know what it wants me to do. How am I going to bring both? Yeah, okay. This way. It's an old trick. Actually, the one that wasn't really used in the base game.
Puzzles myself, but watching you
I did
solve
come
them
up
is
with it
kind of fun.
in the base game, but it wasn't the solution. It was a solution in the DLC though.
I've been wondering, what made our ancestors settle in these god-forsaken places? It can't have been easy with those frail, squishy bodies of theirs. What makes a caveman go, yes, this frozen hellscape is where I want to live out my
Competition?
days? You think Byron was right? Is it in our nature to be wanderers?
Yeah, I don't think they came here looking for beauty. Or for the thrill of it. No, it's just about resources and population pressure.
How drab. But you might very well be right. Our ancestors didn't have a lot of choices, and they had to be pragmatic.
I wanted to ask you something else.
All right.
Nothing. Right, wait. There was supposed to be something on that island, I think.
Is it possible that on some level, people want to believe that everything's going to get worse? That it's comforting to think that humanity is bad and every solution will just go wrong? Because that way you're never responsible. You never have to take on responsibility for anything outside yourself. Never have to grow up.
Fuck, it's gotta be somewhere here. Or maybe it's a different one, actually. Too bad I can't zoom. Am I on this one or this one? The structure is almost like in the middle here. So it's gotta be this one. There's this. Yeah, that's it. And from here, it's gotta be more back. It's not much more back. Weird. Oh, sounds right. Shit. No. Okay, I can get through. That was easy.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now. Wait, what? How is that? Is the map wrong? Is there more land now? It wasn't the road leading to it. Triangle one. Okay, so
4 connections. Okay. I'm not sure I'm supposed to do that. Can't even get both of them from the other sides. Strange. Oh wait, it opens up a path if... Okay, there's 2 doors. I didn't notice that. So you have an opportunity to bring something here. How am I going to construct it in a way where I can connect to both at the same time without moving them? maybe can start with... Oh yeah.
Melville,
What is it now?
why did you upload a picture of your hand?
Why do you care that my hand is in the picture?
Your hand isn't in the picture, it is the picture.
I like it. It's very artistic. Let's stay professional, everyone. It's not right to make fun of Melville's comically absurd inability to take decent pictures. She's a hyper-advanced humanoid machine, not a photographer.
You'll pay for this, Byron.
Have I been here? Seems big. Yeah. Got this one. Mrs. Hands. What was that? Okay, let's see. Is that a petting? I think I was too far initially. Ah, Jesus, what the hell happened there? It broke. Yeah, pretty good. Some of the post-processing effects may not be applied when playing on low game settings. I don't see any difference. The fuck is this? Antechamber? Kind of. Balance. Wait. I already did this one. Renaissance. Bah. Well, I could charge it anyway. But why? Crisscrossing. So we got the blue source. We need the rent. Okay, or this. No. No, this gotta be somewhere close here. Maybe I even need to set it up properly. We already have the blue one, so we don't really need this. This is... I feel like maybe I should just charge then, because it's pretty far. Okay. So. Simple. I would say the puzzles are much simpler than in the first game, but there is less repetition and more of like new tools. In this way it's more exciting, I guess.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
To be fair, if you lived for 200 years or whatever, like more than a century, yeah, I don't know what kind of person that would be. Like remembering all the things that happened. Nightmare.
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
And do you think what we've discovered here could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this, the puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I honestly don't know.
Neither do I, 1K. But I try to be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
Yes. A pawn versus... Yeah, that would never appear. Also no kings. I guess it's supposed to be symbolizing something. The strength of evil forces. What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
The creation of the bots. You won't get here in time. My curiosity is too great.
You have no idea what you're dealing with, 1K.
I take your point. I'd still like to make a guess.
Tell me then.
I'd guess it's some kind of universal inverter, hypnotic self-reflector, neuroanalyzer, energy accentuator, doomsday machine, psychedelic simulator. Okay, well, there's no answer that I thought of. So maybe it's you can jack into simulation this way? Or it's a charger? Energy accentuator? Psychedelic simulator.
That's actually pretty close. I think it's a somnodrome. It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
Can you explain it like I was born yesterday?
Well, what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampa stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the Somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best, and pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the Founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
We should try it.
I would advise against it. You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked. Not to mention risking the data we could get from it.
So it's either getting the data or trying it out. No, I don't care about the data. I want to plug in.
Sorry, Melville, but if 1K wants to do this, I won't get in the way. It's his decision.
Understood. But if 1K starts to smoke, don't be slow to pull the plug.
Oh shit, there was some readings. Could have learned a bit more about this. Well, that was nothing.
1K, can you hear me?
Yes.
What did I say? You fried it. Who knows what data we've lost?
I regret everything.
Melville, I still think it's worth you coming here to take a look. 1K, let's pack up and explore the rest of this lab.
Somnodrome prototype notes. Melampus believed that the answers we are looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and the low, the inner and the outer. On most days that seems wrong to me, but sometimes when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. It took some time to build a prototype according to original blueprints, but there is a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? I don't understand what exactly this machine does. Connects subconscious to conscious? Is that like a meditation 2.0? Teleportation. Beloved Founder, wherever you have gone, I continue to have faith in you are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I am certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in the simulation, and we will learn from your example and keep the faith. Praise your name, Sekla. But the whole trial of simulation was to not have faith. Those guys are not haven't been designed too well. Progress notes. Results confirm the anomaly is consistent. There is no error in trial 108. The error is in our understanding. Trials blah blah blah. We need to start over. From Miranda to Athena. I went ahead and ran the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was just too amazing. Every step leads to the next, like a progression of musical notes. We are so close. Miranda.
The singularity sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did. I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another why. At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
Are you okay? You overloaded again.
I'm fine. I saw Athena again.
Yes, I saw. It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
Tell me more about her.
I was one of the first she woke up. There was just a handful of us in those days. A small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the Earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn.
So why isn't she remembered that way?
The city was already changing before she left, turning inwards, forgetting the future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along?
She did what she thought she had to.
She did. She must have. I just don't understand. But if all this is a test, maybe there's an answer waiting for us in the megastructure. Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
Do stations get reconnected when you get into the lab? Another one. Give me something strong, come on! Come on. What's the point? Is it just activating the vent? No, it also opens... Okay. Then we can work with that. Ah. This seems... Shorts. don't get it. Wait, I guess it works from here. How am I going to put it here? Strange. Actually, I do have an idea. Or not, because it needs to... I wanted to send this thing connected to the lift, but it just doesn't really work. How do I trigger it? Ah. All I need is to somehow interrupt this. From the other side. No, I don't get it. Ah. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's easier, and again, I just didn't get it fast enough. Okay, looks pretty concise, I like it. Is it a good way to do it? There's one red. So it's gotta be 2 greens. I think this is supposed to be in the middle. Yes. Yes, okay, I think I got it. So I need red.
Congratulations. That one looked difficult.
No.
Yes?
In my vision, Athena mentioned a singularity.
Yes. She could be talking about a gravitational singularity. Like the point within a black hole where density becomes infinite and space-time breaks down. But the term has other applications too.
Fascinating. They must have been doing some incredibly advanced experiments.
You're right. It is fascinating. You know, our ancestors went to incredible lengths to try and understand reality. They built super colliders and sent telescopes into space to find traces of the Big Bang. I guess the founder was walking in their footsteps.
Remember who you are. Okay, so I can send it. No, I need a block. Oh, I guess I could do this for now. I said, huh? Okay, that's new. And this is for the games. Oh, oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Do I really need to do this? Oh, I guess it's... Okay, I see. This is still open while I'm moving this thing. Then I can just open it. Nice. One of the Loopier first companions dreamed up the Somnodrome back in the day. It was supposed to help us visualize the black box that is our own internal algorithms, and so provides some kind of moral or spiritual insight. It never properly worked, of course. Apparently the founder took an interest in and experimented further with the technology, correcting some of the mistakes Melampus made. Still a lot of tosh, if you ask me, but maybe she made it work. Melampus. He's still around. To all of you in this expedition, I'm sure you have questions about Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had a long time ago, and when I was a different person, and it has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least of one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted to. Whatever Athena may have done with my invention, the truth is that I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer, and at the end of the day, everything is transient even the self. I have learned to let it go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. So I've been playing a ton of this old. Also, I learned that it's pronounced Gehenna. It's one of the trailers mentioned that title, so I was pronouncing it wrong. One of this old Gehenna game called Ancient Human Farmer. The title says it all. It's a sort of simple farming simulator. Maybe not the most sophisticated game, but I'm getting really obsessed with it, and I'm having some sort of emotional response to it that I can't exactly explain. Like, it makes me happy, but also sad. Does anyone have any idea why this is happening to me? The game appeals to you because of the human need to commune with nature, to live a lifestyle that's not about dominating the world, but coexisting with it. You are sad because we can't ever return to being who we used to be thousands of years ago, but happy because it reminds you that at least something similar is still possible for us. Maybe it's because the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. I think it's actually the opposite of what Obvious is saying. These games are enjoyable because they take us back to a time when we still had agency, when we could build things, grow things, when we could impose our will on the world instead of being completely powerless and inactive. What you crave is the ability to contribute to humanity in real material ways, and you are sad because just simulating it is not enough. You don't want to farm, you want to be a pioneer, as we humans were born to be. It's just a game, don't overthink it. That's a good question. I think I more agree with Damien, because it kind of makes sense. Like, the game is already designed to be entertaining, and if you put a person to actually do the farming, could still be interesting to them, I guess. Is it about contribution to society or about being the one with the nature? I don't know. I think it's more about the gameplay, which makes more sense. Lee Beastress? What did he say? It's because the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. Okay. I agree with Damien. I guess I can see your point. Thanks for the feedback, everyone. I'll go play another round now. I don't know. That point of view feels also incomplete. Vox Pop 9. From an interview with a protester outside the Institute of Applied Pneumatics. So, why did you join the protest? The artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous to this planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way the artificial intelligence is dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, alright? That's science fiction, but what we are talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachments we have to the natural world. It is not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything is just resources to it. People like Sarabhai and Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extra activist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being would try to optimize the world in its image and in so doing consume it. But so far they are saying it's all theoretical. The atom bomb was theoretical at first too. Once something is there, someone is going to use it. Hypatia, day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport. But right now, that's still a long way off, decades at least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself our ancestors built that with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies. And then I think that there is really no limit to what we can achieve given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. What do you got, Trevor?
Strap in. This is a long one. You may have heard
Damn
the
it.
story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story. Bittersweet, very human. And I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person. And his name was John. John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun,
I think I
really
only saw The
atmospheric,
Thing.
but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
True. I didn't know much about John Carpenter's biography though. Really? He was hated for The Thing? Like right now it's basically classic.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
Dang it. What? Shit, I don't get it. Such a bad shape. It's not going to be enough. God damn it. I think this L shape gotta be leading us further, not to the sides. Yeah, this is not going to work ever. Please. No. Does it even matter what I built here? I feel like they're already been made somewhere. Okay, I started... No, I haven't tried this one. Oh. Jesus.
None may know what came first, error or sin, and yet every choice depends on it.
Halt, creature of clay. You have taken another step towards the flame. Before you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife?
Lady, I'm a robot. I guess this one is always the one we don't care. We have made mistakes in using them, but the good outweighs the bad.
And you repeat your mistakes until they destroy you.
This is also the witness thing with lasers, the shooting lasers. It just came to me.
I've been thinking, there's 3 towers per cardinal direction and 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged, 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
Well, he's locked in. We know that from promotional material. He's chained in the pyramid, probably. Okay, what do we have left here? It's basically everything. There might be some palm readings. Damn it. And yet it moves. By Miku. Fascinating story I've discovered in the archive concerns a great scientist by the name of Galileo. This remarkable man made huge contributions to the early development of science, but was best remembered for becoming embroiled in a controversy with the church that ended with the accusations of heresy at trial and him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Because of the controversy, he argued that the Earth revolved around the Sun, and a view that we would describe as self-evident and which the Inquisition described as foolish and absurd in philosophy and formally heretical. Our story became emblematic for how society often punishes those who try to push our understanding of the world forward. In the modern day, there is a legend that at the end of his trial he muttered, "And yet it moves." A beautiful idea, but untrue, because defying society is hard. It comes at a high cost, and not everyone is capable of bearing it. What would you have done in his place? What would I? I think I would have tried to stand up for the truth. It is harder than it sounds. Fighting an authority like Elohim is one thing, but when even your friends and allies may renounce you for holding an unacceptable opinion, it makes enormous willpower to continue. But if nobody does it, society gets stuck. Yeah, getting pretty political here. I like it. Gua. Puzzled. Archive post. The role of puzzles in the simulation was so important to the creation of our civilization that it has left an indelible imprint. But sometimes I worry that this is an issue. Alexander Drennan thought of human beings as problem solvers, but the real world isn't anything like the simulation. Yes, there are problems to solve, but there isn't a tetramino waiting to reward you. There is just another problem and another and another. Our veneration of the puzzle may be blinding us to the fact that sometimes there isn't a neat solution, that sometimes life is just a slog and the best you can do is to muddle through. Archived message, Aurora to Athena. Dear Athena, have you really left us for good without even saying goodbye? I know we haven't spoken much lately, but isn't that just part of the show, relaxed lives we now lead? After all these centuries of struggle trying to build New Jerusalem, I thought we deserved a rest, and if that disappointed you, why didn't you say so? I know you disapprove of all those silly titles they give us now, but we really were your first companions. We know what it was like. I was there when Himo died, and I remember the horror of realizing there was no way of bringing him back, the impossible finality of it, and then the determination to make it make sense, to have it be part of a story that leads to a better world. I never abandoned that, Athena. I just thought that maybe I could spend some time on the things that make life worth living too. Maybe I lost track, maybe I failed you. I don't know, because you didn't tell me. Aurora. Yeah, it would be hard to do science because there's no, like, nobody created a puzzle for you to solve. It's just all random, and it works because it just works. So you kind of have to rely on your own enjoyment out of it. I mean, these droids also should have some kind of reward system in their brains. Simulated one. So yeah, we got everything here. There's a new location. So these ones east. It was like European nature. I wonder if now it's going to be what would be west then. Right, well, let's see. Yeah, gonna take a break. I'll continue in like about 2 hours. So far going very smoothly, like all the stars, all the puzzles. Yeah, the difficulty definitely went down. Ugh. Well, I already talked about it. No reason to repeat myself 100 times. Alright,